in on the FATF grey list. That's the latest news break that is filtering in right now. There was word that it could be in fact blacklisted, but now word is coming in. It was decided in the plenary after Islamabad failed to comply with all the 27 parameters of the Financial Action Task Force's action plan. Pakistan will now remain at grey list area. So that's the latest that we're getting in terms of the biggest news break coming in from Pakistan. Pakistan will now remain on the grey list of FATF. There was word coming in it could be blacklisted, but now will continue to be on the grey list. It was decided in the plenary after Islamabad failed to comply with all the 27 parameters of the Financial Action Task Force's action plan. That's the latest that we are getting in right now. Pakistan will be on the grey list. It was hoping to be removed from there. There was also word coming in because of its terror activities. It could now be blacklisted. But word is that it continues to remain on the grey list. That would mean, in terms of economic sanctions, would be quite a bit. Imran Khan right now exposed with what one could suggest on the global stage. Pakistan will remain in FATF grey list as it has not complied with all actions against terror funding and money laundering. Decision was taken today at the FATF plenary. This is in fact a huge embarrassment coming in for Imran Khan and even the Pakistan army, which presides over such terror funding in Southeast Asia. But all of this is also happening at a point of time, viewers, when Pakistan is in a state of conundrum. Way too much turmoil taking place, with many saying that Imran Khan is actually on his way out. None of that yet right now, but like I said, Pakistan in a state of internal flux. But the latest says Pakistan will remain on the grey list of the FATF. Pakistan had complied with only, these are reports that are filtering in. Pakistan had complied with only 2 of the 27 parameters that were prescribed by the global terror watchdog. I want to connect right now to our foreign affairs editor, Geeta Mohan, who's joining me live with the latest update. Geeta, what more can you add to this?
Well, it is clear right now that Pakistan is going to continue remaining on the FATF grey list because the FATF was not convinced. Of the 27 parameters, there are only a very few that Pakistan, 2 or 3, that Pakistan completely was in compliance of. And then they were largely compliant on a few, partially compliant on a few, and 6, they were absolutely non-compliant, which means that there are areas of concern that FATF had, and they have not complied. There are details that are trickling in of countries that supported the Pakistani side and countries that have not. We'll be putting out those details. But for now, the 37-member group has decided that Pakistan should remain on the FATF grey list till the next review, which in all probability will take place in February. Given the pandemic, they already had got an extension and it was moved to the plenary session. And the plenary now has decided that Pakistan continues to remain non-compliant in very critical areas of terror financing and money laundering, and therefore will continue to remain on the grey list. Remember, there are only 3 countries that need to oppose a move on the blacklist. They already have support of those 3 countries, China, Malaysia and Turkey. But when it comes to the grey list, they really do not have enough support to get off that list.
Appreciate you joining us, Geeta. We're going to continue to come back to you. Well, that's what we are tracking right now. The latest is that Pakistan continues to remain on the grey